Right, where do we start? Probably from the beginning. So a month ago I bought a Bentley Continental GT from the Track Experience company. The car I haven't seen the road since 2017 and it was actually sitting on a field for 3 years. Probably who subscribe to my channel already know the story of the car, but for the new viewers I'm gonna tell exactly what's happened. So I bought this Bentley Continental GT for £3,000 and it was obviously non-runner. There's water damage, there's some issues with the wiring, we kind of fixed it, and then I have even changed the engine of the car and I was thinking, that's it, I just need to assemble it, start it and drive off. But oh boy, I was wrong about that. So after I changed the engine and I started the car, everything was kind of okay, but after the few minutes of the car running, it started to misfire and the car shut down. And since then, I realized that I got a bigger project that I actually thought I'm gonna have. In today's video, we're gonna start draining the fuel. Well, actually, I did start to drain it a bit, but then I realized I need to show something. You could tell that this fuel is not good. So this is the petrol from the Bentley, and what I'm gonna be doing now, I'm gonna just put the clamp onto the fuel pump and I'm gonna drain it to another tank. And funny thing is, I can't even smell the fuel. That's supposed to be a petrol and it's supposed to have a very, very strong smell. Well, this one, it has a smell, but it's not that strong as it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna try to drain everything and refill it with a fresh fuel and see if the car actually gonna start. So this idea came up from one of you guys, actually, because you commented this and mentioned that I should check the fuel or there's a water in the fuel. Right, if this is gonna work, it's gonna be very easy repair. All right, let's give it a go. Nah. And now, and the starter is now just kicks in, just like ding, ding, ding. So I was thinking to change actually the negative terminal and put it somewhere else. And I needed to disconnect this plug, which is in the front of the engine, and it's responsible, I think, for the oil pressure or something. I'm not too even sure. I unplugged it and it's actually it's broken. So there's a cable over there right in the back that it's actually the same cable and it snapped. One of the faults, it could be from that cable as well because it doesn't see the sensor. So I need to somehow figure out how I'm gonna reach it and fix that cable. And I think this is not only the one cable that is actually snapped like this. So I need to dig into the cables on the engine and see if they're all good. I managed to repair the sensor. I changed the place for the negative terminal. There was a reason why I wasn't filming, because there's not a lot of space to do it and the camera wouldn't even fit in there. As you know, I'm filming and sorting the things out. It would be a bit obstruction on the way to put the camera in there. But anyway, that sensor and cable is now kind of sorted. The main question is, have it changed anything? Because that sensor is actually from the oil pressure, so I don't think it's gonna do anything. No. The ECU just decided cut off the starter. A huge update on this section in here, and I would like to change it and do it right now, but I don't want to do it until the car doesn't start. What if I would try to turn on the starter motor from here and turn the relay, fuel relay, right? That's a fuel. Well, it's not gonna obviously work because there's no ignition now at the moment, and that's why probably the car doesn't want to do anything. Don't even know what to look at. Even though the car still doesn't start, and I don't know why, I can't find the problem, but what I want to do is I want to upgrade it a little bit. So I would lift it up my mood a tiny bit. Got a brand new center console from the our car. That's the company, I believe. called. So they were kind enough to actually send me out their latest center console unit. So you know what, let's replace it. So I think you need to put it on something behind here and just pop it off, because I believe it's just on a clips, most of them. I'm so actually pumped up about this control unit, because not only you're gonna have an Android Auto in this, but also you will be able to connect a Bluetooth and play your favorite songs. So that's a win-win. And especially what I'm planning to do with this car, I want to travel a bit more. That's the whole reason to have a GT car, to actually do some traveling. Oh, come on. So I need to have an Android Auto for sure on the cars, so I could see the map and you wouldn't have your phone so stick around. So what you need to do to replace it, first of all, you need to remove this, I would say, clock trim, and remove few plugs from the front and from the other side. This one. Oh, look at that, this one is even broken. Nice. Right, so how I'm removing the clock. Oh, the clock is broken as well. Cool. Oh my god, this car keeps giving. Right, so now I need to untighten, I think that's a T27 Torx, and I need to remove all the trim and keep it clean. So this is a Torx 25, and also, is it 25? Yeah, Torx 25 and 20. And then you got your brace bracket removed. It's actually aluminium or aluminum. It all depends where you're actually watching. You know what would be funny if I would remove the head unit and I would see some kind of cables are cooked. And actually that would be an issue if the car doesn't start. Obviously this is not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna be that the car doesn't start because there's a wires cooked in next to the head unit. But imagine that. Somebody was removing this unit already because the bolts are loose. Like loose, proper loose. It would be easier if I could actually put the car in neutral or whatever, reverse, doesn't matter, because now it's just obstructing a bit, but I cannot put it in as I am actually disconnecting the battery. It's always a good idea to disconnect the battery. So the head unit is officially removed. See you later, boy. Right, it's time to actually open the box and take the new head unit out, because I need to take the wiring off. So we even got a warranty on this and instruction manual. So installation manual, instruction manual, and this is an SIM adapter. So obviously I'm not gonna put a SIM card in this one because you got Android Auto with this. But look at this. How sexy that looks. Look at that. Beautiful. Now I see that we have a lot of connectors in here. So we need to figure out where it goes. So we can actually put this one on a side, and I need to take the wiring off. And that's a mounting bracket. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff that you actually need to put it in. Oh, we got the bolts. More wiring. Definitely not gonna connect the USB because I don't need it. What is that? I have actually push SIM card. So side, and this is, I honestly have no idea, no clue. I think I will need to read the instruction manual before I'm gonna do any installation, to be honest, because I have no idea where the half of the stuff actually goes. Right, so everything is kind of ready to install it. I put it 2 brackets on the side, connected all the wiring, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I can actually get this installed, just needed to push the wiring in. Oh, I need to still connect it. Obviously, that would be a good idea to connect everything back in place. Try not to smash the screen. Okay, I need something to put it on so I wouldn't actually damage it. This one's in first. 1, 2. That's all in, and then push screen itself in a position. Look at that. That actually looks so good. That actually gives you a brand new car feeling. It's literally like feels so good. I mean, it looks amazing. Thank you, our car. This is great. This is a great product. I mean, the weight of it, the installation and everything is so actually easy. Now it's the moment of truth. I need to check it if it's actually working. What's actually funny, if the car is gonna be starting now. I mean, this is gonna be ridiculous. You're joking! You are joking! What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? What in the world just happened? I'm not joking, seriously. It wasn't starting. I don't know what's happened. What in the world just happened? What, I mean... I mean, it still doesn't start and it doesn't work on low revs, but I mean, look at this. It wants to work, but it doesn't... It starts. What the heck? Right, I need to open the garage gates because it's just too much of petrol fumes and I'm gonna probably kill myself if I'm not gonna do it. But I mean, the car wasn't starting. It wasn't starting, nothing. It's literally, I just put in this amazing thing. I mean, I need to hold the gas pedal. It shuts down straight away, and it would be a good idea to turn off the heating because I might blow. But what the heck, the car wasn't starting and now it started to start. It's like, it's literally magic. Anyway, look at this stuff. This looks crazy. It's like a proper big tablet. Can I? Yeah, I can put it. So, I mean, everything is so well built. I'm just thinking, is there like a menu for the car itself? Don't even know how to use this. And it works actually so fast. It's not like, you know, your standard Android radios. This actually works very, very well. Oh, you can actually like turn it on and off, the stuff which is on a car. So nice. Oh, look at that, it's even a Bentley in here. High grade, normal. Oh, that's a air suspension. Or is it? I don't know. Yeah. You can even change your suspension settings in here. You even have a PSIs on the wheels. Obviously my one doesn't have a wheels at the moment. It shows everything. Car voltage, range, distance, everything. Average speed 255 kilometers an hour. Yeah, right. Music. You can control everything with this. It's so cool. Thank you, Auka, for sponsoring this portion of the video. And the best thing they gave me as well is the discount code is a C2R. So guys, you can use it too. So if you're gonna use my code C2R, you're gonna get $100 off from the next purchase you're gonna make over their website. It's really worth to go on their website and check it out what they have. Maybe you're gonna get interested in something and you can get similar screen to your car as well, and it's gonna look more modern. Something good. I hear a strange noise and I have some smoke coming in from here, like something shattered. It's literally that noise. There's something shattered. Again, smoke from here. And this is not a petrol smoke, it's like, I don't know, it's very hard to explain what kind of smoke is it. Right, okay, I got an idea. As we had a small fire, right over there where the steering rack is, I'm gonna try to reach that place where it's actually set on fire with a gyroscope and check what actually set on fire. Maybe there is some kind of a wire that is shortened and it's touching the chassis and it shortens out. And if it does, then it means all the problems with the engine starts from this place. But I still need to investigate this place, why it sets on fire. Well, I cannot actually see anything with the gyroscope in there because I think it's either way, it's too dark and it's too small area. Well, it's too big area to cover it, to check if there's any fire damage in there. But it's definitely something wrong with this power steering rack. So either way, I need to start from the scratch. What I'm thinking to do now is to remove all the plugs and the hoses that I have removed before when the engine started normally, and then investigate from the plugs what I put it back and try to, let's say, put the plugs back while the engine may be running, or something else. But the thing is that when I assembled everything, well, kind of everything in a place, that's from where the problem started. So I need to source the problem. What's the actual crack? This extra expansion tank, I think so it's called, because it goes from the coolant to a coolant. So I need to remove this and check what's the problems. Maybe there is a problem, some kind of shortage or something, because this is 100% electrical problem. This is not a mechanical problem, this is electrical problem. I know you said a lot of you guys said sort out that MAF sensor. That MAF sensor is not important. The car should start without a MAF sensor anyway. First thing first, cover the turbos, because with my luck something's definitely gonna fall into it. Right, I need to put the probe tool on a side. Same as the multimeter. I checked all the multimeter from chassis to battery. There's no voltage drop or something else. So basically everything is kind of how it's supposed to be, but the car still doesn't want to start normally. And after some time the ECU shuts it down. So I'm assuming there's gonna be somewhere shortened wire and that's it, or faulty sensor. As I heard that about those Bentleys is if there's any small short somewhere on a chassis or whatever, the car starts acting strangely. So I'm assuming it's gonna be only this case. So this is a brake booster sensor. Well, at least that's what I think, because I'm getting a fault on this for sure. sometimes my strange thoughts makes a progress. So what I've done, I disconnected one of the vacuum lines, and I was thinking, let's try to put the compressed air into some of the vacuum lines and see if there's any leaks. And turns out there is a leak somewhere here. So now I need to trace that leak and find it out where it's exactly coming from. Right, I think I found a leak, and it's coming probably from the gearbox side. As we all know that there's a lot of the vacuum lines on top of the gearbox. I think that one of the lines is going to be damaged while I was installing the engine. So that's kind of my own fault. So I think I will need to remove the engine once more, but this time I'm definitely going to do a totally different way. And I'm just going to lift the car from the engine, because to install the engine into this car from the front is a no-go. So let's try to blow out a few vacuum lines and see if we got any more leaks anywhere else. Right, so I eliminated a couple vacuum lines. That still split vacuum line is still split somewhere, but I eliminated the main vacuum line, and the intake manifold should get all the vacuum as it needs at the moment. So I'm just gonna plug in the battery and see if it's gonna even start. No, it still doesn't want to start, and there's still an issue with something now. And what else I can actually do? Now, I'm gonna try to remove all the injectors of this car and put the old injectors from the previous engine and check if anything's gonna change. Maybe I got a stuck injectors, or I don't know. I'm just troubleshooting because I have no clue what I'm actually doing. First I'm gonna remove the injectors from the old engine, and so just I would know how actually to remove it. Somebody already been removing those injectors on this engine, I can see, because there is some bolts missing. Right, so I have changed the injectors and also the fuel rail with that vacuum pump in the back. So I'm gonna try to start it now, but I don't have a high hopes on this, because I don't think so that somebody's just changed by changing the fuel rail. So probably the car's still not gonna start, but I mean, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Right, I can hear that the fuel pump is priming. But look at this thing, it looks freaking amazing. I love it. Right, let's try. No, still exactly the same. Right, let's try one more time and see if it's gonna. No. So what's actually going on? So I just spoke to the guy who I bought the engine from, and he said that the car 100% was running before the engine was taken out. The only problem the car had is a charge cooler, but we know that on this one I have changed the charge cooler already, and it obviously started. We can eliminate the problem in a wiring on the engine loom, but what I'm thinking actually to check, as he also mentioned this to me, the ECU. And I can tell straight away that there might be a slight chance that the ECUs are actually water damaged, because obviously this car was standing in a field and doing nothing with open bonnet for some time, so for some time it was closed, and ECUs actually was facing like this. So there is a chance that there is some water inside. To be honest, I'm hoping that there is a water, because the ECUs can be changed and it's quite easy to locate it, that it's actually ECUs. Because if there's something wrong with the wiring itself, then good luck to me trying to figure out which wire is shortened or whatever. So let's try to open the ECUs and see if we can spot any damage inside. To open ECUs, there is actually only 4 screws in each corner. Oh, this one seems a bit loose. I think, and I'm hoping that it's actually this case, that the ECUs itself is going to be water damaged. And that guy as well that I brought engine from said to me that he used to sell quite a lot of ECUs before, and when he asked the customers why they need the ECUs, they said that it gets green corrosion or something like that. Right, the ECUs should be actually sealed. So if they're gonna open easily, that means that somebody already opened them up. Right, so far everything looks spotless in here. It doesn't look like there being any water inside or something. They look actually quite great. Right, yeah, the ECU itself looks like a brand new, but I think I'm still gonna give the ECUs to the Pavel so he could actually check it through the microscope and see if he can spot anything in here. Right, let's open. This is the bank number 2. Let's open bank number 1. Again, another ECU. That's from the bank number 1, and same story. It doesn't look that there is any corrosion or something inside. Again, doesn't look like there would be any damage at all for my eyes, but maybe for Pavel it's gonna be something a bit different. And actually I'm hoping he's gonna find something and he's gonna call me and say, haha, mister, there is a problem. Hopefully. What I want to take out other thing is BCM as well, because BCM drops me some faults, and on a VAG group cars I've seen that it's common fault or to the BCM to fail, and then car starts acting strangely. So I want to take out that module as well and give it for the Pavel to check. By removing the BCM, which is located in that box over there, I noticed there is a cable which is definitely doesn't look original, and there's a bunch of other cables are connected to just one cable, and then another place is here as well. As you can see, there's a blue tape over here. So either way, somebody was already trying to repair it and they failed, and they still haven't found the issue, or the Bentley done it, but I doubt it that it's original like this from the factory. So I will have to unwrap most of the wiring in here and check if we have anywhere broken or damaged wire, because this could be a case that the car actually doesn't start. Right. I got BCM and Casey out, and also both of the ECUs as well out. So I'm gonna give those modules to the Pavel to check it, test it, if they actually work. I know that he's a busy man now because he just recently bought a house and he needs to do all the refurbishment and also fix the cars on the same time. But I will probably owe him a favor for next time, or he's probably gonna ask me to help him to move out. Obviously we're not gonna let him to move out from the channel, so he has to stay either way he wants it or not. Right. Okay, let's unwrap it and check what's the crack with those wires. Right, let's see what's going on with this wiring loom in here, because I'm not actually very happy how it looks, and I can see that those zip ties, I'm pretty sure they're not original. Those wires looks like they've been... Right, so we got one wire that it goes into the Cassie module, into this, and then other wire, it actually goes into the wiring loom itself. So I need to inspect this section. I don't really understand. If you're fixing the car, you know what I don't understand? If you're fixing a car, why you can't just use a shrink tube? Why would you use a tape? Just a normal blue tape. So, you know what I'm thinking? That this, I think this is a can wires. They actually, either way, they've been changed and added it up, or they have been maybe, I don't know, mixed it up or something, because look, I guarantee that this is original loom, that it wasn't being touched, and this one have been just added it up as a extra or whatever you call it. And I keep finding the pieces of tape. Let's say, for example, in here there's a connection here, then there's another connection in here, same again on a can, but I don't know, it's very hard to guess. If I would know a bit more about electrics, it would be probably a bit easier to decide, is it good or is it not. But I'm pretty much sure that this is being repaired and this one being actually kind of fixed, I would say. I think I just found where all the issues are coming from, and it's not looking great. So I took off the glove box to check all the wiring. All of those tapes are actually originally from Bentley, because they everywhere, on every single corner, every single place. But this is the bottom of the fuse box, and as you can probably tell, there is some corrosion in there. So I need to remove all the fuse box from the engine bay and then actually start working from there, because those wires are not in the best condition, and I think that's where all the issues are coming from. So I need also to check the wiring diagram for the fuse box underneath the bonnet and see if I can find any at all, and check where all the wiring actually goes. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Maybe we together gonna diagnose what's the issue with this Bentley Continental GT. Bye. Nathanos, say bye.
Bye.